Hello, I hope you're well. Welcome to the second installation of the Empyrion guides. We're going to do first night today. So we went through a lot of the different basics last episode, but today I'm going to start off on a random planet and I'm just going to go through the steps of what I do to get myself settled on the first night, and hopefully it'll be helpful to those of you that are new to Empyrion. So we're going to call this survival world First Night. So we're going to set that. Let's have a look at the planet. Start location, Anemi. We can go for anything, but I think actually let's go for a temperate easy one. Just because if you're a beginner to an Empyrion, you want to kind of start off really nice and easy. So let's go. I'll go through all the steps of what I do when we land. Here we are. We're landing. Oh, we're surrounded by lots of water over that way, and that's pretty good. Okay. Smack. Right. We've landed. And the LSA has notified us that the protocol UCH-1A has been initialized. And we're gonna abort with that because we don't need to. So first of all, we're gonna pick up the survival tool and we're gonna pick up the flashlight. So our first goal is to grab a bit of food. So there's some plant protein here, and there's some more here. So we're just gonna go and grab a few bits of food, just like this. And we're already leveling up because we are grabbing bits of food, and well, grabbing bits of plants. Which, you know, if you do any kind of harvesting, then you will gain experience points for it. We'll grab some of the plant fibers because they may be useful. Right, okay. So I think we've probably gathered enough resources here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my survival constructor and I'm just going to craft loads, well, as many as I can of these energy bars. But I'm going to leave them in my output because it didn't use to perish whilst it's in your output box, but I don't know if that's changed. But I don't think it has, so I'm just going to leave that there like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to grab a little bit more food, or rather plant protein. Oh, I've missed one. Oh, it's being tricksy. Come on, where were you? I'll just move on. Because there's lots and lots of plant protein around. I don't necessarily need herbal leaves at this point, but, you know, they're good to have. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the survival tool and I'm going into resource mode. There we go. And I'm going to hit this tree to get fiber. As you can see, we've got 15 plant fibers there. Just grab a little bit more. Now you don't need to get as much stuff as I've got. You can go quite minimal with it. So now we're going to go back to our suit constructor and I'm going to make as many bandages as I possibly can. So I've put in 100 there, and the way that I've done it is if you press shift and click, then it'll give you 10. If you press control, then it will give you control and click, it will give you 100, and it'll stop when it gets to that point. And then you can also do control shift and then click, and it will give you 1,000. But that's only when you're making, you know, mass constructions in the constructor. So the next thing I'm going to do is I need to get some iron. That's one of the most important things. So we're just going to grab these iron rocks. You can tell that they're iron because they've got blue streaks in them. Oh look, we've got an explorer's token. So let's have a look for some rocks. I'm looking for iron primarily, but obviously I'm looking for copper as well. I'm looking for silicon too, because all of those resources are pretty useful. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it in a second. Oh yeah, there's copper down here. Fantastic. You can also grab just normal stone too. That will come in handy. It's not necessary really early game. Or really early game. You know, we want our focus is food, meds or bandages to protect ourselves, and weaponry. So, okay. Let's go. Where did we put the ship? I don't think it matters right now. There it is. The ship's right in front of us. Right, I'm only going to use this as a marker because for the purposes of this game, rather. So, right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and unlock our portable constructor. So if we come down to here, I also want to unlock, I've got 25 unlock points. I'm going to unlock a multi-tool. I'm going to unlock the shotgun because I like the shotgun. I think it's fantastic. You can unlock assault rifles if that's your jam, but for me it's not. And let's go down here into the miscellaneous section to unlock the portable constructor. You can actually just double click on them to unlock them as well. I'm going to unlock the portable heater and cooler. And that is about that for now. I don't want to unlock the portable work light, and we can't unlock the drill. Not yet anyway, because we need to be level 7 before we can do that. It tells you right down in the list. So, and everything else we don't really want to unlock again yet either. So, right, okay. What we want to do now is we want to go to our suit constructor, and we want to make the portable constructor. We can take the bandages out here, and that will slowly unlock. We're going to take the water/O2 condenser out as well. Get that queuing in the construction queue because that's going to be really useful. And I think let's make antibiotic. Oh, we can't do that yet, but we will after this make the antibiotic ointment. And before this plant protein goes bad, we need to collect some more plant fibers. So these, we know that they give us plant fibers. Let's just grab those. You can also harvest trees as well, as in the big ones. But because these little ones are here, we're just going to go with this. It's easier. You know, for starting a game, little trees just give us plant fibers directly. The big ones will give us logs. So, you know, which you then turn into plant fibers. So it's just a quicker way of getting around it. Let's grab you as well. There we go. And go back to our rocket, or crashed escape pod rather. Right, how are we doing? Right, so we've got our portable constructor. This thing is really useful early game. I'm gonna plonk it here. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw all of these bits and pieces that I've been carrying, apart from the bandages, into the constructor, because now it gives us a greater amount of options that we can, greater amount of things that we can craft. So let's go here. Let's craft an antibiotic ointment. So it will do that automatically. And then I'm going to craft as many bandages as I can. Because early game you're going to need them. Or at least I do anyway. I get myself into so much trouble. So now what I want to do is I want to unlock the shotgun. And a detector. Both are really, really useful items. And we'll let that cook. And in the meantime, whilst that's cooking, we're gonna go and collect more resources, because more resources means more tools, means, you know, we can progress faster, and more fun. You know, the sooner we can raid a POI or something like that. And this is great because it's all right at the start, you know, it's right at the beginning area. We can get ourselves quite a lot of stuff just from running around for 10 minutes, you know. Oh, we've discovered an iron deposit as well. Pretty funky stuff. Right, we'll go back here, and as we're going back, we've got our O2 condenser, and we want to get a portable heater cooler, which just keeps our temperature regulated when we're in different environments. So, where it is? It's right there. So we've got our bits and pieces. Ooh, that's the gin tokens. Let's throw these bits into there, and I want to make some fuel. So now, hang on. Did I pick up my... I didn't pick up my shotgun because it hadn't been made yet. But we're about to pick it up. And what we're also going to do is, if we go to the weapons page, we're going to make some shotgun shells. We're going to take these bits and pieces with us. I like to keep that over there. Keep all of this stuff together. We'll put this tool over there. You can actually change the settings for how quickly things construct too. We don't need many shells at the moment. We just need a couple to defend ourselves. But we're going to be able to get more soon anyway, because we are going to go and take some trees down. So there we go, we've got 30 ammo. And I like to make sure that I've got at least 100. Like I said, we don't need many, but that's just a personal preference of mine. I like to make sure that if I go off on an adventure, then I have surplus ammo. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. We've got a drone on our tail. This is bad. We're running away. Sometimes things don't go always according to plan. This is why we need bandages. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. But because we've got a combat shotgun, oh, not combat shotgun, because we've got a shotgun, we can take these down really easily. So if we press F, or left shift and F will take it all into our inventory, but I want you to be able to see it. We managed to get minigun rounds and fuel packs just from that assault. That was very quick, actually. That happened so fast. They usually don't attack that quickly. But you know, it is what it is. So we're going to use our bandages. So there we go. Grab that. And I'm going to take 6 of these out so I can use them. Because I'm going to need to heal a lot. So let's eat some of those now. And we're almost at full health again. And our hunger is not actually that bad. Mainly because we've just eaten an absolute ton of energy bars. Okay. So we can also scan now using our detector. So we can figure out what there is nearby that we can go and investigate. Obviously, there is something over there that might be Xerex. It's more likely to be a spider's nest, which, you know, they have good resources early game for food. And we've got all of these bits and pieces over here. So that's obviously a deposit. It's a mining deposit because it says resource on it. And these ones are probably POIs. So we'll go and investigate that a little bit later. But obviously, this is still the first day, and we need to get more suited up. So let's have a look at our tech tree. What can we unlock now? Nothing really else is available to us right now. So obviously, we need to go and either get some food, kill some things, or do some mining. So I would like to get some silicon, I think, as well as copper. So what do we have? Oh, we've got a damaged comm station over there. And we've got an iron deposit, which is small, which is over this way. I think we're gonna go in the direction of where the resource is. And actually, I'm gonna grab some more. I'm gonna grab some more iron from the little deposits that we find, if we can come across them, to make another constructor, because 2 constructors is actually a really good thing. So I'm gonna show you how I do a little bit of mining that I do with a survival tool. It does take a lot longer, but it's just the way of it. Right, and there we go, portable constructor. So I also want to have a look on the map. We're right here. We're not near the water yet, and I kind of would need or would like to get to the water. So, but we're just gonna go here and see what happens. Obviously, that's the damaged comm station, and there is usually wrecks around as well. So that's probably what was showing. See, there you go. There's a wreckage. And wreckages have really, well, I say really, they have occasionally good stuff in them. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. But it's worth going and seeing each one because you never know what you're going to get. So, let's just dig around here. Got this resource mode. There we go. So the way that the digging tool works on this, or the resource mode, is, and there we go, we've got to a cargo box. We've got some mechanical components and electronics, so we're just going to throw that into our inventory. You can salvage these as well. So I can go to salvage mode and just take these down. It will give us bits from the actual construction. So we've got 2 steel plate from that, and it is worth doing early game. You can also turn these wreckages into a potential base. You know, a little bit of TLC, a little bit of building up. We're just going to pick up the debris there. We're going to do the same over here, I think. Let's just grab it. Ooh, it bounced. We're gonna grab that and throw ourselves out of here. Okay, so we've got a copper deposit here. So you can tell it's getting darker and darker as we go along. And you can see that it's right underneath here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my portable constructor. I'm going to throw it here. I'm going to go into my drone by pressing F5, and I'm going to resource mode and dig. So you just, oh, right, okay, so you've just seen an error then. I've obviously started digging far too close to where my character is, and I'm going to come down here. If I fall down the hole, I'll probably break my leg. We're just going to dig through the earth to get some more copper. And there you go, you can see the green material there, that's copper. Right, so I think we've probably got enough just to show you. So we're going to press F5 again to get back to our constructor. Where is it? There it is, right on the edge. So we're going to throw the copper ore in here, and this is why I have the constructor, and I'm going to process it. And the reason why I'm doing this is actually the ingots are lighter than the ore, so we can carry more with us. I'm gonna go and grab some of these trees as well, because we need the fiber. And we'd also leveled up, hadn't we? So if we go back to the tech tree again, we're level 4. We still can't unlock the assault rifle. We still can't unlock the sniper rifle, or the explosive devices, or the light armor yet, because we need to be level 5. So light armor is great. We want to get armor as soon as possible. Are you finished yet? No, you're not finished yet. Let's have a look on the map. There's a damaged comm station. We want to be able to head to the big ship wreckage. That's what we're looking for. Can't see anything that way. Resource. We're gonna head over to that marker there when we're done. Right, so we're just gonna grab this. Gonna left shift, pick it up. Left shift and F rather. That's a piece of ore. We can take that with us. Kind of need to keep everything, or rather I have the opinion that you need to pretty much keep everything that you get at this point, because every single little bit helps. Oh, hang on a sec. We've got one of these. I wonder if this is a wreckage. That's a wreckage. That's not one that we've been to. You can tell that there's also oh, there's silicon there. Lots and lots of different plants. Let's just grab the silicon. Okay. Another wreckage. Pick pick up these bits and pieces because it's getting dark. Let's grab that. Also, you can salvage these, and they will just give you XP. They don't give you any resources. Let's pick some of these eggs because they're 100 XP each time. Pick up another egg, put more silicon. You get the drift. Grab this one. So what level are we at now? It's almost nighttime. So we've got 2,500 roughly more XP to get, which should be really easy if you're running to wherever you need to go and you're doing this as you go along. You know, you're just basically collecting all these bits and pieces. So let's just flash up the this again. I want to head over to this mark. Yes, there's a large wreckage up here. Oh, let's pick up that. More XP. Let's have the light on. Let's see what we're looking at. Grab some more of these because we've already eaten quite a bit of our food supplies. So we want to kind of make sure that we've got more food. Kind of want to just keep on replenishing your goods as you're going along. So we're picking all the bits. Oh, I got the buds already. Okay. Gonna go over this way and grab these. And then we're gonna scan again. Okay, so let's scan. Where are we? Large wreckage. So it's 100 meters away. Let's get our weapon out. And let's have a look. So I think we're in Talon land actually now. Or Talon territory. And there's some lockers down here. Personal cargo box, which means we can get all these goodies, but we've also got a motorbike. So let's grab that. There's a lot of people that don't like the motorbike. I think it's kind of fun because it requires no resources whatsoever. Your HV is definitely superior. You can do many different things with your HV, but I do like the motorbike. So let's have a look on the map again. There are all these cluster of wreckages, but we haven't found the wreckage that I'm looking for. I am looking for a specific wreckage. It used to be called the Heidelberg, and you'd see it come up on your screen. Let's just have another scan and pick those up. And we'll just scan around, see what we can find. So we might have to go back to our base. There is another resource there. Just keep grabbing these. But there is water down that way. So picky. Also, you can, like I was saying, you can kill animals. So we may be a bit. There we go, we'll get XP for that. Oh, it was a parasaur baby. Oh no. And you get 407 for the big ones. Grab those. It's good because you're going to need to be able to level up anyway, and you're going to need to eat, so grab those. So you can hear my heart rate when I'm maxed out on my stamina. It will beep, so that's how you know that you need to just take it a little bit more easy instead of running everywhere. But also be careful when you're out at night. You may run into some raptors instead of parasaurs, and that can get a little bit gnarly. So let's have another scan. And I'm going to go to my suit constructor again, survival constructor, and I'm going to make as much food as I can. Let's head out this way. Right, we're getting close to other Gribbly territory. So these here, the alien bugs, they're quite nasty. If you run into them and you don't know what you're doing. If they get a shot on you, they can hurt a little bit early game without armor. Right, okay. Head back down here. Got another one over this way. There we go. And we got 1,679 XP just from killing one of those bugs. So it just shows you that it is worth it. But just be a bit more careful around them. You know, strafe a little bit. We've got other gribblies. I think that's a little critter. Oh yeah, here we are. Hi, alien insects. How are you today? It's a bit more difficult trying to see these things in the dark. Oh, I've got another one. Hi! And these will provide us with bits and pieces as well. So I'm just going to quickly loot the remains and head off into the water. And pick up these vegetables as well. Okay. Several leaves. And we can see that we've got more dinosaurs in the background. I'm going to pick these confetti moss scrapings up because they're for meds. And we're still in the first night, which is great. Let's grab this. Is that... What is that? That's another grizzly. Pick up fire moss scrapings. One of the best things that you can do early game is to get yourself a suit sorted out, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish right now. It might not look like it, but I'm trying to level up, and I'm also looking for a particular wreck. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you. I've already got my dinner. You sat on the rock that I wanted. Oh well. Let's grab this instead. Let's pick up this. Right, okay, so we're level 6 now. We're almost level 7. But what we can do, because we're level 6, is we've unlocked some things in the tech tree. So just give me 1 second, grab this. Right, tech tree. Weapons, let's unlock the sniper rifle. Ow, ow. You pain in the butt. I'm trying to unlock my tech tree and you come on, it's just rude. Right, okay. Let's grab this. So if we go to F3, we've unlocked the sniper rifle, we've unlocked the light armor, and we're going to unlock the explosive devices. Tools, we still can't unlock the drill, and there's nothing else that we really need right now. So what I want to do is, given where we are, and given that I don't know roughly where the specific wreck that I'm looking for is, we're going to head back, make a waypoint. So you basically right click an area, click the waypoint and say accept. And you can see right there that it's highlighted. We're going to go back there because that's where most of our major resources are. But we're still going to grab some stuff whilst we're coming back. Sometimes you can get really lucky and know exactly where the thing is, that the ship is that you're looking for, or the crashed vessel that you're looking for is. But sometimes it takes you a little while to actually find it. And you can see on the bottom left hand side, I need to bandage up a little bit, and I also need to eat. So as soon as we get back, I should have enough to actually get us back. Yoink these. Yoink. Oh, misyoinked. Get some more buds. And we don't really need to run. It's just I like to skedaddle along. Grab that. I'm still not really particularly worried about my food right now, but when I first started playing Empyrion, I much preferred to have it popped up to at least the mid-level pretty much at all times, because it made me feel more reassured. So let's just grab these again. Let's go back to our constructor. I'm going to throw all the bits and pieces that we gathered into there. All of these bits, all of the food bits, apart from plant protein, because we've got plenty of bandages now. And let's have a look and see what we can make. So I want to make a couple of bits of biofuel. And what else do we want? Did I pick up? I didn't pick up any berries. No. Okay. So I want to make armor. I want to make the chainsaw, and I want to make a sniper rifle and a multi-tool. And the other thing that I want to do is I want to make some rifle rounds. And is there anything else that I need right now? Probably some antibiotic pills, antitoxic pills. Antiparasite pills are really useful if you're going to go and do POIs, and antitoxic ointments and antibiotics are pretty good early game. So we'll just have all of that ticking over. The reason why I want biofuel is because I'm going to get the chainsaw and use that against bringing obviously down trees, and that's what makes this work, is the fuel for it. But also because I will occasionally use a chainsaw if I'm already out, you know, grabbing wood, then, and there's gribblies or hostiles nearby. It's good for killing low level creatures, so that's why I'm doing that. And then obviously we could do with a couple of hot beverages. That's always nice. We're gonna cook our steak, so 8 steak, and leave that to cook over. And in my suit with the protein bars, I'm gonna make as many as I can with the protein in the constructor. So I'm just gonna eat. I should have just taken out 5 there, but you know, it is what it is. So we're gonna eat some of these and heal up a little bit. So we're just eating everything that we could possibly get our hands on at the moment. I am going to leave those 2 energy bars though, because when it comes down to it, we'll be able to eat steak. Yes, it's slightly excessive, but you know, it'll be fine. So let's grab these here. And I didn't even use the motorbike, which I could have done actually. It would have made everything a bit faster. Let's put this water condenser down. So water, if you use the low level water condenser, you can actually just put some fuel in there and it's on, and it will start collecting water. There is a higher level water condenser. Hang on a sec. Here we go into the F3 water generator here. when you have a the right material to be able to craft it, you can get one of these and go to a water source, put it in there, and as long as you power it, that will start to bring in the big crates of water, which are great for fuel cells and for making your crop plots and all sorts of really cool things. So, or your O2 too, because water, obviously, you can turn that into O2. So we'll just let that cook. We're gonna power up our chainsaw by reloading. There you go. That has fuel now. Let's go back to here. So now we've got armor that we can put on, and we've got a sniper rifle too. So we'll just put these two there. In fact, actually, I'm gonna put the portable heater cooler here. And because we've got no armor on yet, that's why I don't have a suit light. But as soon as we've equipped this, we'll be able to press L when it's equipped, and we'll have light, and we won't need to use this light, which can be a little bit annoying because you can't use this and fire at the same time. So now we've got our multi-tool. But we do have sniper rounds, so now we've got a long-range weapon. Right, okay, so it's still night. We're still on the first night, and we've already got enough weaponry to see us through difficult situations, especially early on. We've got an extra constructor that we can take with us no matter where, so we can mine quite easily. And we've also got armor, but we need to be able to equip the armor, and for that you need an armor locker. So this is what I was talking about in terms of looking for the right ship. The Heidelberg, especially if you've been playing a long time, what we know is the Heidelberg, that's the ship I'm looking for. It has an armor locker in there, so you can equip it via that. The other way to do it would be to bring in a very early game Marvin. You've probably, if you've been watching some of the videos on my channel before, seen Marvin come in. Marvin is a hover vessel constructor, and you can equip an armor locker to something like that and just bring it in really early game if you wanted to. That's generally, you know, the kind of thing that I would do if I wasn't trying to show you a detailed beginner starts and explaining all the things that I do and why I do it, just to, you know, give you a bit of a helping hand, because it can be confusing when you first start Empyrion. So there you go. Right, so we need to have a look for the Heidelberg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run off. Hopefully it'll still be the same night. I'm going to try and attempt to find the Heidelberg, and when I find it, I will see you there. I found the Heidelberg. This is the ship that we're looking for, and it just is actually called Wreckage now. So you won't really be able to tell until you actually see it, but yes, the UCH PC3 Heidelberg. And I did just take out the guards that were here because I wanted to be able to actually show you the ship and some of the useful things on it. It is quest related too, so I kind of want to avoid that for you because, you know, we're keeping it spoiler free in quest terms. So what I want to do is I want to get my armor equipped. There we go, jumped up. So there we go, we press F for the locker, and now I can equip my armor. And so if I just take this light away, now I have my gun, I press L, woohoo, we've got light. So we're cooking now on Prometheum. Right, so the other thing that we've got with our armor is if we press J, we've got a jetpack boost. We can jump for longer, jump for a little bit higher. We've got lots of fun things that we could do with that. Oh, got some kind of gribbly over this way. Oh, hi. It's a creeper. Ah, horrible things. Right, and we're just gonna loot this there as well. So yeah, this is the ship of Awesome, and it's got some cool things in here. So if I just jump up here, you can see down here there are some medical stations that you can salvage for your base, and they're going to be really useful to you early game. There are this is a medical station type 1, so you can see there all the different things that it does. This is the type 4. Parasites, you definitely need help with that, especially if you're going to raid POIs. But more importantly, early game, if you want to grow food, you want to be able to grab these. So it's worth finding the wreck, noting where everything is, and so you can salvage it later. And when I'm talking about salvaging things like grow plots from the ship like the Heidelberg, what I mean is actually you're probably better off going into the retrieve blocks section, because it will take it entirely. They are heavy, but they're worth it, and then you can just put them down in your base or in your CV. So and you've also got, with your multi-tool, you've got different tools upon the multi-tool that you can use. So obviously repair is for repairing your base and your ships. Change and rotate's really useful for building. Downgrading, it's obviously self-explanatory, and the same with upgrading, but you've got to make sure that you've got the materials in your inventory. And salvage that just is basically like the survival tool. Is it just gives you the raw components. So instead of ingots, obviously it will be steel plates, that kind of thing. And then you can obviously take the armor locker with you, and what you take is entirely up to you. We've obviously got an O2 station that if you get that into your base and you power it, then you can use O2. But if you start on a planet like this, obviously it's not necessary. The way that you take your helmet on and off is the U key, which, you know, is not something that you would think it would be, but it is. So it's always great to know that, and really useful if you end up in the ocean. And then obviously with this area, you can press F and there's loads of cargo boxes to loot. And there is also the reason why this is such a good place to actually come very early game is that you have the thrusters around here. And it's generally a beginning point for every Empyrion player. Not always, but there's so much loot on here. When you're stripping it all down and you're salvaging it, you can put straight into your F2 factory. So there you go, thrusters. There's another thruster down there in that section right here. There you go, you can just see it now. And there's some bits and pieces all over the place. But yeah, it's just worth tearing apart once you've either done the quests or you're about to build your CV. It's a great place to start, because bringing a CV in, you're going to need a lot of resources that you can't get on the early starter planet very easily. So this is how you do it. This is where you get your rare resources, and it's worth just taking it as a block with these thrusters and putting it straight into your either factory or stealing them off there and building it in game. That's the other option that you've got, is if you just want to create these blocks and make yourself a ship in game, you can. You just steal them from here in their full glory. You will just have to remove the core. So with this, if I was about to take over this here, I would go to my survival tool. I would go into resource mode. I would dig underneath here to be able to get to the core, and then I will shoot the core out. Like so. And then what you want to do is go to your portable constructor, make yourself a core, and then bring your core in, which you've not seen me do, because I've just cheesed it for tutorial purposes. Put your core in. It doesn't necessarily have to be where it was, but you will gain the full resources. You'll be able to actually turn that. You'll be able to grab the actual blocks then. That's the other thing that's worth mentioning. If you don't have a core, then you won't be able to take the full block. So there you go. That is the first day. You can obviously go on to build your own HV from here. You can go on and bring in your own SV or CV, and I'll be talking about how to strip down a POI and how to build your own HV, SV, and CV, how to bring those in and how to survival build them into your game. But that will be another episode. I hope it's been really helpful, and thanks, by the way, for all the comments last time. They were really helpful, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Look after yourselves. Love your faces. Bye.